kidnapped. It was Sunshine's first season as part of the Starfleet, and he loved being part of the harbor team. He worked hard, doing his best to help 10 Cents and the other tugs. When there was a spare moment between jobs, he listened to the others swap tales of their past adventures. "The old paddle steamers were so elegant," said OJ. "That's nothing compared to the luxury liners these days, my dears," Hercules joined in. "I remember the day the Duchess was launched. My word, what an honor it was to be part of her flotilla." Top Hat came over. "What's happening, chaps?" he asked.
OJ and Hercules were telling me about paddle steamers and liners, said Sunshine. They've had loads of exciting adventures.
"Haven't we all, dear boy, haven't we all?" interrupted Top Hat grandly. "My, I could tell you some stories."
"Oh, yes, please."
Sunshine was waiting. I can't seem to recall anything in particular now. Another time, perhaps. Haven't we got a lot of work to do?" said Top Hat, changing the subject. OJ grinned. "You're right there, Top Hat. That's enough tales for today, Sunshine. Let's get on." The tugs went off in different directions, carrying out the orders Captain Star had given them earlier. Warrior was shifting a cargo of wood, so Sunshine took charge of Lord Stinker, the rubbish barge. It wasn't a very nice job, but someone had to do it. Normally, Sunshine didn't mind doing his share of the nasty jobs, but today, after listening to the others, he was discontented.
"If only I could have an adventure," he sighed. "There's nothing very exciting about collecting the rubbish."
Sunshine didn't notice that 2 Z-Stacks behind the wall had overheard him.
"So, little Sunshine's bored, is he? What a pity," whispered one of them. "Let's give him an adventure he won't forget in a hurry."
The 2 stacks bobbed up and down as the tugs rocked with wicked laughter. Sunshine had just finished the rubbish when suddenly he felt 2 tugs shove into the back of him.
"Hey, watch it, fellas! What the help?"
"Quiet!"
said one of the tugs in a menacing voice, "or we'll use this dynamite. There's enough here to blow a miserable little tug like you sky high." Sunshine was brave, but not that brave. He decided to cooperate. The tugs gave Sunshine instructions where to go, keeping behind him all the time. They traveled through parts of the harbor that Sunshine had never seen. Now it was dark, and Sunshine was lost. "Okay, turn left here," said one of the tugs. Sunshine saw he was in a dark and dingy shed that looked as if it hadn't been used for years. It was cold and dirty. Sunshine felt rather small and a little bit scared. The kidnappers tied him up. "Why have you brought me here?" he asked, trying to see the kidnappers. We have a devious plan," said one of the kidnappers, doing his best to sound convincing.
"Right, we have work to do. Don't get lonely, will you?" snickered the other. The tugs left Sunshine alone in the shed. Sunshine looked thoughtful.
"I must try to escape."
He was securely moored to an old jetty.
"What can I use to free myself?"
he said. He noticed a piece of rusty metal sticking out of the water.
"It's worth a try,"
he said, maneuvering himself next to it. In the harbor, 10 Cents was worried. "Sunshine should have been back from doing the rubbish ages ago. Have you seen him, OJ?" "No. Perhaps he's in trouble. I'll organize a search party." "Good idea, OJ. Come on, Star Tugs. We've got to find Sunshine." Zoran steamed by. "Problem, boys," he said gloatingly. "You should keep that overgrown bath toy under control. Shut up, Zoran, and give us some help." For once, Zoran agreed and teamed up with Big Mac. "No funny business, okay, Zoran?" 10 Cents and OJ retraced Sunshine's route to the municipal waste company to look for clues, but it was no good. Sunshine had completely disappeared. "It's hopeless," sighed 10 Cents. "We'll have to go back and tell the captain." The tugs went slowly back to the Star Pier. 10 Cents was just wondering what he could tell Captain Star when he heard a loud tooting. "That's Sunshine!" exclaimed 10 Cents. "Where have you been all this time?" Sunshine was red-faced with all the excitement.
Listen, I just had an incredible adventure. I was kidnapped."
"What? Preposterous idea!" Top Hat sniffed loudly.
"It's true. 2 enormous tugs crept up and kidnapped me. I fought like mad, but they threatened to blow me up with dynamite. They forced me to go to the far side of the harbor and tied me up in a creepy dark shed."
"So why are you here now?" asked Warrior, confused.
"Because I escaped. Those kidnappers didn't frighten me. As soon as they were busy, I cut myself free.
By now, Zip and Zug were in the harbor. When they spotted Sunshine, they were very surprised.
As Sunshine continued his story, they started looking guilty.
But no one noticed, except Zoran. "So you got your adventure after all, Sunshine," said OJ with a big smile.
"Yes, but who did it?" asked 10 Cents. "And why would anyone want to kidnap Sunshine?"
Suddenly, everyone had turned round and was looking at Zoran. "Now come on, you lot. Of course it wasn't me. I even helped to look for the little troublemaker, didn't I?" "He's safe now. That's all that matters," said OJ.
"And I can't wait to tell that gossip scuttlebutt Pete."
With a cheeky grin and a whistle, Sunshine set off for his mooring. Zip and Zug tried to sneak away before there were any more difficult questions. Too late.
Looking even nastier than usual,
Zoran stopped them and said, "You bungling idiots! See what happens when you try to do things on your own? I'm in charge round here, so listen. Double dredger work for both of you now! It's all your fault. It was your idea."
"No, it wasn't."
"Yes, it was."
Zip and Zug argued bitterly all the way across to the dredger.